I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to get started. I apologize for coming on late, child. There was a lot going on at home. So hopefully tomorrow the internet will be fixed and then I'll be able to um, do the regular times of the readings. So give me a moment. I know what. Most High God, I ask that you speak through me and bring messages of clarity, assist me in gaining information that I need for the collective so that we could be able to get the information that is needed. Bring guidance to the collective on what is needed at this time. Thank you for all you do, all that you continue to do. Cover us with your love and protection, oh God, as we gain clarity of messages that are needed at this time. I ask that you bring the right audience in, those who are here to support the collective, those who are here to assist in getting healing, oh God. I'm asking that you clear every distraction spirit out of the collective's way, oh God. I'm asking that there be judgment upon the heads of the wicked who continue to conspire and don't fear nothing. I'm asking that there be judgment upon the heads of these people, oh God. I ask that you clear them out the way. I'm asking that you put so much fear in these people that they have to stop. That there is no other direction for these people. Oh God, I'm asking that you bring each and every one of these fallen demons down. The demons that are working through the collective. Though the demons that are working through the people that are being guided to be evil, oh God. I'm asking that there be judgment. I'm asking that there be judgment, oh God. Each and every person who is subliminally trying to put the fear in the collective, may they take the same problems home and carry the same fear home that they are trying to instill in the collective. Make sure that they carry those fears. Make sure they can handle what they put out. I hope something down last night. Let every wicked person carry every pain they send out in your name, oh God. Let every enemy that is on a wicked agenda carry every single piece of pain that they send out in your name, oh God. I repeat, let every enemy carry every piece of pain, every fear tactic, everything that they send, every subliminal that they send. Let them carry that same pain. Let it be sent back to them, oh God. Let them carry the same pain. Let every pain they send out be carried, oh God, with them, oh God. Thank you for your love and your divine patience. We need you right now, God. Thank you. All right. So let me get some messages. Let's see what the Most High God has for the collective. Speak through me, God. What do you want the collective and myself to know? Please pull the cards out for me. Give us clarity. That's a lot. Okay. Well, let's do it again. God, you pull the cards out. Pull the cards out. So God is in the building. God is in the building. I want you guys to hit the like button. You know, there are a lot of people trying to attack the channel. So I'm asking that you guys please like support the content, support the live, hit the like button, share, 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 support, 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 because there are a lot of haters that don't want to see this channel grow. And it's because they're stuck, they feel stuck, and they don't want to grow. They don't want to see people do well like myself. So I'm asking you guys to please support the channel. Please help the channel grow, because there are people that don't want to heal. They want to be stuck in lack and stagnant. And I'm asking that they take that same energy with them in their life, that whatever they want the collective to be stuck in, let them carry that same energy so that they can know how it feels. In your name, oh God, I pray. Ashe. So let's get some messages. God, please pull out the cards for me. Please pull out the cards for me. All right. Okay. So we got the title. We got the alpha. Please pull out the cards, God. Thank you. All right. So we're going to just do 4 cards for right now, and then we'll go from there. So, yeah, I'm asking that every enemy carry the same pain they want for the collective. Every time they send out negativity, make sure they carry that same negativity. And make sure that the collective is able to heal quickly from what they send out, oh God. I'm asking that the right people come in, God. Remove every spiritual blocker, everyone that doesn't want to see this channel grow, don't want to see the collective or myself do well financially, want to keep us stuck and stagnant. I'm asking that every person that is on the live be a support, be someone who supports the channel. And if they're not, oh God, I ask that you remove them. In your name I pray. Ashe. All right, so we're going to get some messages. The first card we have is title. The second card we have is alpha. The next one that we have is sunlight. And then we have rebel. Guys, I just want to tell you that I do have a website that is coming out very soon, where you'll be able to purchase your products. You'll be able to join certain classes that I have. You'll be able to do get readings from me, get counseling from me, and I will have a support group for those who are spiritually wanting to grow, like really wanting to grow. Anyone who's negative, you will not be a part of the group. If I find out that anyone is negative or hateful, you will not be a part of the group. You will be let go. Okay, so I'm only accepting people. Because it's our group, but we're only accepting people that are in alignment to heal, that want to do better. If you don't want to do better, if you don't want to heal, you will not be able to be in a group. And if you're someone who gossips, or you start tension for no reason, you're messy, you're drama filled, you will not be able to be in a group. Okay, so anyway, let's start. We got the title. Title is number 8. You could be on your 8-year healing journey, or you could be on your 8-day healing journey. Congratulations. So we have understanding my role, title, role, expectations, entitlement, tag, labels, duties, name, position, character, taking ownership, first name, frame, understanding, nature, attributes, limitations, behavior, roles, gender roles, and organization. So let's see what this is about, understanding my role. All right. So tell me about this this title, ancestors. What's the title about? All right, so title is about elevation. It's about evolving, okay? Maybe you had a spiritual awakening, or there could be some changes, maybe a second chance for you. Or this could be definitely someone who is stressing. Someone who's stressing because God is holding this person down. God is holding this person down. Clarify this, ancestors. Yeah. So it's a king of swords. It's an air sign man. Or this could be a Taurus. Whoever this man is, they're like in their ego and God is breaking them down. They're trying not to feel away, but they're messed up. Okay? So this is a person who's having fear. Tell me more. Yeah, so it's somebody who is realizing some things. They've gotten some clarity, and the clarity that they've received is feeling like they're feeling scared. They're feeling scared of what they know. They're feeling scared, and they're feeling like they're trying to be strong throughout the judgment that they're going through, because there are certain lessons that this person is having anxiety about. So someone has fear, they're going through a lot of stress right now, and they can't believe it. Okay, so this is someone who's knowing what they're under. It's giving me an energy where someone's, they're like, y'all see that, y'all see that. There is somebody who is in fear, recognizing what they have done, why they are in this position. They're learning what they're going through and why they're going through it. They're under judgment. Okay, so this is the person that's having a spiritual awakening. Clarify more. Yeah, and so it's someone who could be mad. Okay, so this could be someone who's dealing with a woman, or whoever this is, someone who's gossip, who is like giving who's talking to a woman who is malicious, talking to a woman who's a liar. This person is seeing clearly that this person is a liar, seeing clearly who this person is. Or if that's not the case, someone's in their head. Clarify the energy behind this Queen of Swords. So someone's, oh, okay, if that's not the case, then someone could be stressing because there could be a cycle that's over where someone withdrew their energy, and they're either they're thinking about, what are they doing? What's the point of this? What's the point? Clarify this. It's someone who feels as if they have no direction. But why did they close out this cycle? Why did they close out the cycle with this air sign woman? Why did they close out the cycle? Hold on. Why did they close out the cycle with this person? What's going on? It's because things have to move forward. Someone needed to heal. Someone's feeling down. They feel like they're depressed. They feel like things are over. They feel like they have to move on. Okay? Tell me more. What's the energy? Why is this Queen of Swords in the reversal? Why is the Queen of Swords in the reverse? Because why is the Queen of Swords in the reverse? Why is the Queen of Swords in the reverse? It's because she's not caring no more. She don't want to see this person. She don't want to put her energy. Someone's gaining clarity that someone could have moved on. Someone's stressing because someone's either choosing themselves, but with the Three of Cups, someone's remembering how much fun they may have had with someone, or they feel like they're cut off from someone who has withdrawn their energy. Let me look and see what Queen of Swords is. It's someone who sees someone as a liar, or someone who someone really feels like it's over. Someone feels that someone's stressing about a relationship being over. Tell me more. What's this? Why the Queen of Swords? Oh, someone could be choosing silence, choosing not to say nothing. Okay? Clarify this Queen of Swords. What is she doing? Yeah, that's the truth. So she's gotten clarity. She's gotten the clarity that she needed for dealing with this person. It's showing me that she's setting boundaries. She's setting boundaries. So it's someone who's choosing silence or reflecting, or like someone who's not engaging with someone. Yeah, so she closed out the cycle. So why is title here? Why is title here? Um, clarify title. Ancestors. Why is title here? Clarify title. It's because someone has some sort of emotion or anger. It's a lot of anger that someone has with the Five of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. It's someone who has tension. Clarify this Five of Wands, ancestors. What's the Five of Wands for? The Sun and the Temperance is, so when we talk about someone who wants to heal, someone who could be battling, going going through an issue where they want second chances. They want a new beginning, and they're seeing clearly, it's like someone who's frustrated because of a rise up, a healing. Tell me more. Clarify this Sun card. Clarify the Five of Wands. Yeah, so you don't care. You've healed. You've healed. But what's wrong with these Five of Wands? What's wrong with them? The Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here? It's because people are having tension with your growth, okay? So there's a lot of tension when it comes to your growth, what you represent. Can y'all please hit the like button? Support the channel, guys. Support the channel, please. Or leave. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to support the channel, make sure that you send the message out, share the channel so people could see that I'm on, please, because it's a bunch of haters. I don't want to claim that. I feel like there's more supporters than haters. So please support the channel, hit the like button, support, 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 share the channel. I truly appreciate that. So anyway, with the Temperance, there is balance that someone could be angry about. There's a lot of anger due to the balance that could be happening. Okay, so it's someone who there's like a lot of gossip, people talking. Clarify the Five of Wands. Why the Five of Wands here? Because there are people who feel like losing. They're losing. They're lacking stability. They're like they made like a lot of shady investments. They're just not doing well. Tell me more about these people. Yeah, so they're like giving up. They're trying to look as if they're successful, have a false appearance, but honestly, they could be like not believing in what they're a part of. So this is a person who doesn't know how to stick up. The issue is if you're going to be a part of something that's wicked or unrighteous or do unrighteous things, you really have to be about that life. And these people, they're really not. Okay? So the problem is like these are people who are folding, who are giving up. They're feeling vulnerable or overwhelmed at this time. Things aren't going the way they expected it to go. Okay? So tell me more about this, ancestors. Yeah, and someone's trying to act like they're okay. They're trying to act. Clarify the start. Okay. So what I'm also seeing here is that there is somebody who is giving up and saying, you know what? I want to do better. I want to heal. I want to change. So this is someone who is discovering their role of what they need. They want to be more grounded. They want to be more committed to their journey. They want to be more hopeful. This person wants to be, they're inspired. Tell me more. Yeah, they're trying to like gain control of their life. This is a person that um could be talking a lot, and what are they talking about? They're talking about how they're feeling like things aren't right in their life. They could be going through karma. Okay, so someone could be going through a lot of karma. Someone is going to have to pay for the consequences of their actions, and they don't like that they have to pay for the consequences of their actions. Clarify the justice in reverse. Yeah, they're looking at their investment and they're seeing that it did not pay off. It only caused them bad karma. So this is a person that is realizing that they need to heal. This person has issues, and they're feeling clarify this nine of wands. Clarify the nine of wands. It's giving me that someone is really like not going to, they're giving up on the plan, whatever plan they had, whatever they were a part of. They're giving up. They tired. Someone's very tired, and they know that it got to come to an end. Tell me more. Yeah, so with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is someone who's very insecure at this time. They're not feeling grounded. They're not feeling grounded. They're feeling like they've lost a lot. Okay? Tell me more, ancestors. So with the Nine of Cups is someone who's hoping that they get better, hoping that things turn around for them. Tell me more. Six of Wands came out in reverse with the last judgment in reverse. So this is a person who knows that if they keep doing what they're doing, it's not going to pay off for them, okay? The judgment in reverse is maybe someone who's rebellious to change. Clarify this judgment in reverse. Why the judgment here? It's because even though someone is refusing or trying, it's giving me that someone knows that they're being judged, and they're questioning, what are they doing? Clarify the judgment card reverse. Their relationships. Clarify this. Tell me more. What's going on? It's someone who secretly feels defeated, and it's because they're someone hard-headed. Okay, so they're in a relationship. It's either someone who's refusing to like they're like continuing to stay committed to somebody who is not doing them right. And so with the judgment in reverse, is someone who's refusing to have integrity about a situation. They're not doing well at all. This person ain't doing well at all. Okay? Tell me more. So yeah, with the Four of Cups, it's someone who don't want to deal with this person, but maybe they feel, they have fear because it's giving me that someone's trying to have some sort of emotional tie to this person, even though they recognize that there could be something that's over. Tell me more. So yeah, Three of Wands in reverse is someone who feels stuck, feel delayed, because there could be in a rock and a hard place where they don't want to deal with somebody, but because someone's kind of refusing to walk away or let it go, they're feeling like they have to be stuck with somebody, even though they closed out the cycle. This is what they're, deep down, this is what their emotions are about. It's about someone who, clarify the five of swords. Why is the Five of Swords here? Page of Wands, reverse. It's someone who's getting bad news, feeling defeated, okay? Tell me more. What's going on here? It's this water sign man. So he's refusing to, he's rebelling. He's hard-headed. He don't listen. And he's been warned. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Is this King of Pentacles in reversal? Someone who's losing ground, someone who's not doing well. They're not grounded at all. Okay? So what I'm seeing here is somebody who is trying to look as if they're stable and calm, but deep down, they're not doing nothing. Like they're losing themselves. You know, they are not in alignment at all, but they're acting calm when really things are really chaotic in their life. Tell me more. Yeah, so with the Eight of Wands, it's giving me that things are like speeding up for this person. Tell me more. Ace of Pentacles. It's tell me more. It's someone who there's either communication happening or actions that are happening where someone feels as if they clarify why is the Hermit card here. Clarify the Hermit. It's someone who feels heartbroken because they don't feel as if they know everything. They feel like they're lacking. They feel like they're lacking. They not doing good. They feel defeated. They're mad. Tell me more. What's going on? So with the Six of Cups is someone who's thinking about what they had in the past. Tell me more. Yeah, they're wanting to work on something that they had in the past. Tell me more. Because whatever they had in the past, they feel like it was a lot of fulfillment here. Tell me more. But with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is someone feels as if this missed opportunity or, you know, it ain't going to do nothing if they even try. It's like, why would I try when I know I'm not going to get nothing out of it? Tell me more. Yeah, so Knight of Wands is someone who could be they want to take action. Someone wants to take action. They're trying to see how they can what's their goal? What's their goal? They wanna like get you to care. They want to get you to care. See, the issue is you withdrew your energy. So why is the title card here? Because someone feels overburdened or someone's feeling, clarify this Ten of Wands. Someone's still trying to like manifest, clarify this. You know, it's justice that's happening, okay? So someone's feeling burdened or they feel like they've taken a load off. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here? It's because they're going through huge changes in their life that are not going to turn out right. Okay? So someone's not going to be happy in the future because there has to be justice, okay? And someone don't know what to do. They're trying to choose their direction wisely. They're still trying to be in a position of leadership, but the issue is someone's falling apart as they do it. So it's giving me that someone's worried about you, possibly even worried about the role that they play in your life or losing their role that they play in your life collective. Someone who's feeling as if they're at a loss, okay? And it's because there is a cycle that's over. So with the Hermit in reversal is someone who thought that they knew everything but don't know absolutely nothing, okay? They don't know nothing. And they don't know how to like let it go. You know, Hermit is someone who, you know, with the Judgment, the Hermit is like someone who don't know how to let shit go. They refuse. Someone thinks that they know everything, or they're like very rebellious. So there is tension about you gaining truth and you withdrawing or not speaking to somebody, you not giving someone your attention. Someone's stressing about this and they're trying to be strong through it, but the issue is they're coming to they're realizing that they could be under judgment or like they messed some things up. So clarify this title card. Clarify title. Yeah, so we got the Ace of Wands, which represents new beginnings, good news. And then we have the Hierophant, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. So someone's trying to like secretly they could be learning. They could be there's like hidden information that someone knows And whatever they know, it could be good news. Tell me more. Clarify this. Okay, so this person mad about some information they know. They're mad, they're angry, they're depressed, they're feeling they're angry. What do they know? What's this? What's they know? What's wrong? It's about you, collective. You. Someone's jealous of you. Tell me more. What do they know? That you're going to be winning, that you got victory, that you're going to be recognized, things are going to be good. This is what they're stressing about. Someone's stressing about who you are. Tell me more and what they know. It's someone who's gotten clarity already. Someone's gotten clarity. They gotten information. They're fully aware of either your position or where you're standing or where you will be standing, collective. Okay, so this is information that they are stressing about. Someone who's jealous of this. Someone who feels defeated. Tell me more. Clarify the moon. Yeah, so that's the truth with the high priestess. This is a person who's very aware of your position, where you will be standing, what will be happening for you. Someone feels mad. Someone's very angry. Yeah, you're coming out as the Empress, collective. You are someone who is very fertile when it comes to either pregnancy. You could be in a phase of a business, or maybe you're doing a business, working on your business. You're growing, you're developing, you're becoming your best self. Whatever the case is, things are going to be looking up for you, okay? Things are going to be looking up for you. And someone's stressing about what they're aware of. Tell me more. Yeah, so with the Two of Swords, it's someone who is feeling blocked off from a relationship with you. This is someone who wants to be around you. Yeah, because what you bring abundance, collective. You will be bringing in abundance. There will be financial stability happening for you in the future. And it's because of what you're working on and, what you've been through. Things are going to be healing for you. Things are going to get better for you. This is what this person secretly knows. And so they're trying to still control certain things behind the scenes. Clarify more. What is this person up to? What are they up to? So this is a earth sign man. Earth sign man. So he's there's like disagreements, there's conflict, there's ego. Clarify this situation here. What's going on here? All right, so this is someone who's in their mind a lot. They're racing. They feel like they're like mentally out of alignment. Okay, so this is someone who's feeling like their mental space is out of control. The way they think, because there's justice that has to play out. There's balance. So someone's worried about the justice that you will be getting. Someone's going mentally crazy. They're effed up, and they're trying to figure out, like, how can I balance what could be happening, okay? Because I feel like you're gonna be having like movement happen, fast movement, where you're you're in this stage where you're getting through a lot of obstacles and difficulty. Whatever you've been through, collective, you will get through it, okay? So stay grounded, because the wheel is turning in your favor. God is over you. There is alignment that is happening, and judgment upon the heads of the wicked. I'm telling you, every person, the enemy will carry every pain they send out to you, okay? The enemy will carry every pain they send out to you. Every hidden subliminal, everything that these people have done and what they are doing, what they're a part of, when they're wearing those shirts, the highlighter shirts, they're walking past with the red, like they're thinking that they're getting away with it. They're not. Okay, it will follow them home. But with that said, with the chariot and the judgment and the wheel of fortune, it's movement happening for you. Listen, what God cannot, what God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do is what not exist. God can do all things, okay? Your prayers are going to be answered, collective. Stay hopeful, stay strong, stay committed to the goal. There are blessings ahead for you. If you've been moving righteously, you will see how God will turn out in your life. You'll see what God has for you. But you have to do the work too. Don't give up, okay? This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to be scared, because when you know that you are walking with God, when you know that you are in alignment with the Most High, there is absolutely nothing the hater can do. I don't care how much they try to block you, stop you. When God says yes, you're going to go. All right? Just like Michelle said, when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. I don't worry. I don't know the song. Clarify this, ancestors, what they say, cause I know that. So look, King of Wands in reverse. He's so jealous, angry. You know, this is a person who's devious, okay? Very prejudiced. This could be just a person who's a liar. They're going to be under judgment for what they've been doing to you. Clarify this fire sign man. He's feeling like scared. You know, he's feeling trapped because the issue is the wheel is turning in your favor. And so even though this man may want stagnation for you, it's nothing they could do. You're getting fast movement. And as fast movement happens for you, people who send out negativity, they're going to be getting it too. It's all coming in alignment. So there's a situation where people are recognizing their role in a situation where balance has to align. And what's going on is people are playing with it a little too much, but they're also seeing that things are showing up in their life that they don't want to see. Okay? Hit the like button, support the channel, guys, please. All right. So yeah, there is alignment happening for you. You're grounded, collective. Fast movement. There is a lot of momentum, prosperity. Okay. So keep doing what you're doing. Because you got this water sign. It's a bunch of like unstable men who are very messy, mean-spirited. Tell me more. Clarify the energy behind this water sign man. Yeah, this person is feeling like they have no other options, okay? They feel like they're having a reality check at this time, even though they don't want to. Someone's getting bad news. They could be drinking a lot. This is a person who trying to look out for themselves. Clarify the water sign, man. Yeah, so we got the star card. It's giving me that someone thought that they were about to like come up off of you, collective. With the star is someone who wanted a new opportunity or even to be famous or whatever. Well, they're feeling like their chances are gone. They don't have opportunity here. This is a person who's knowing that they're stuck with having to heal what they've gone through. So this is a person that they're not having good luck right now. They're heartbroken because things are not working out in their favor. All right? You can only do people wrong for so long till you see that show up in your life. So keep playing. Keep playing here if you want to, and you'll see how that backfires for you. All right? So what I'm seeing here is not working out for these people because they know that the cycle is over. So when it comes to the role, when it comes to title, these are people who are recognizing that what they put out is coming back to them. They're understanding their role in a situation. They're understanding why they got karma in their life. They're understanding that every subliminal that they send, people walking around with the highlighter coats on or whatever the case is, trust and believe me, baby. These people are going home with them same issues they want for you, the same fear they want for you, same projections they want for you. They're going home with in the physical. And the issue is, the thing is, collective, you are someone who is in alignment with God. People play with you too much. They're not scared, but they will be. And I won't even say they're not scared. They actually are. Okay? They are in fear of what they do because they see that what they do to you is showing up in their life. So these are people that they have a lot of issues with ego. You know, my thing is, why would you come for someone and you know they're protected? Why would you come for someone and you know what could happen to you? You know, the thing is, some people don't believe in God, but they do now. All right. So they're understanding their role. So, you know, the title is Understanding My Role. Title, expectations. So this is someone who knows their position that they played. They're not having no luck. There will be issues for these people, collective. It's not a joke. You know, as much as these people want to play with it, they know good and well every time they come for you and you didn't send for their asses, they're under judgment. And it is not going to stop, okay? So I don't want you to stay in, I don't want you to be scared of these people. Make sure you say your prayers. Make sure you know, keep focusing on you. Do the right thing. Live your life of righteousness. It's not even that hard, collective. It's not hard to do right, but a lot of people they don't understand. You know, it's nothing wrong with being a righteous person and being authentic. If you cuss, if you like eating a lot, whatever the case is, as long as it's balanced, you'll always reap the consequences of what you do to your body and to others. So if you're treating people with dignity, you're treating people with the utmost respect, trust and believe me, there will be, it will come back to you. But you're going to have to know that staying in alignment is the best way in order to become your best self. Exactly. Chris, Christina Marquez. So we got boundaries. So boundaries is next. Boundaries is, you could be 44 years old. So we got alpha confidence leaders, intimidation, self-control, initiator, dominant, maturity, breaking generational curses, blunt, visionary, successful. We have courageous, emotional intelligence, high achiever, strong, mindfulness. So let's look into this and see how this correlates with the title. So Spirit, tell me about the alpha. Why we have alpha? So you got three of cups. Tell me about alpha. So these are a group of people that are angry. They're feeling defeated. A group of these people. What's wrong? Clarify this three of cups. What's wrong with them? It's this man here who knows that their choices, they're just, what are they doing? They're jealous, they're mad, they're angry. Like, this person is mentally ill. Tell me more about this person. This fire sign man, a devil worshiper, okay? True devil worshiper. Tell me more. Tell me more. This person knows that their actions are causing a shift in their life. Tell me more. With the sun card, is someone who's seeing, so they're like in a relationship with another man. They could be in a relationship. Clarify the three of cups. Why is the three of cups here? They're heartbroken because they were in a relationship with a man. This could be a loving This could be a relationship. Clarify more. Yeah, so maybe you're telling the truth about this relationship. You have awareness, okay? So you know a lot about this relationship is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, someone walked away, okay? Someone's thinking about walking away, or someone did. Tell me more. Or someone's thinking about how you walked away. So someone dealing with a man, someone's dealt with a man, and they're mad about who they dealt with. They mad at a fire sign. So this fire sign man, he's angry at the people he was dealing with in a relationship. So let's look more into this. I done forgot my damn deck at home, guys. That's why I don't like doing readings from somewhere else, because I freaking let's get some information, because I be forgetting shit. So let's see. God, tell me what's wrong with this man here. Why he looking mad? What he done did? What's going on? Tell me what. Clarify the three of cups. Why the three of cups here? I can't make this shit up. This man regret what he did. This man's regretting what he did, who he slept with. He slept with like 3 men. Either 3 men. What did he do? What was he doing? Clarify what he did. You're on my mind. Whatever he did is on his mind. What he do? What's going on? They need you to be active. Tell me more. What's going on? Marry me in reverse. Stop being a hoe. So this man is like a male chauvinist or something. He's lying, sis. So this person was being a hoe. Like he was sleeping with everybody. Okay? And you've gotten clarity of this. This is a man who possibly contacted a STD and was in a relationship with another man. So this is what you have clarity on. Clarify, he's angry. He feels so mad. He's defeated, you know? There is conflict about what he's lost, his value. Tell me more. Clarify more. Yeah, so he feels uncomfortable. It's a king of cups here, a water sign man that he was intimate with, and a fire sign. So these men were dealing with each other. Tell me more, ancestors. Yeah, they feel real low and they just want to end the cycle. They want to free themselves from who they slept with. These are men who feel insecure about what they did in their life. So with the Fool card, it's someone who wants to take a leap of faith even though they could be feeling very low. So why we got the Alpha card is because these are people who are in certain positions because of what they did sexually to get there. So these are men who feel angry about what they did. Okay, so they are feeling like tied to something as well as this Emperor, this fire sign man, another fire sign man, another leader. So all these leaders are upset because of the role they played, the choices they played, people they were intimate with and shared like relationships with to gain or get the power. So when we talk about the title is pretty much stating that they know why certain things in their lives are adding up. They wanted this position very bad. Whatever position they got, they thought it was fun until now. Like these are people are under judged, they're under judgment. And the problem is the person that they were trying to do it to or isolate or cause pain to is a person who's withdrawn their energy. They're no longer active with this person or giving this person any attention. So the problem is it's all pointless if someone don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Someone thought that you'd act out. But the problem is you don't give a fuck. So someone's mad because the thing is, it's just like someone trying to make you jealous, right? Someone saying, oh, look at what position I got. Look what I could do. Look what I could do. Look at what power I got. They're learning that the power that they have, it never worked for them in the first place because it's not about the power. It's about how you get the power. It's about how you get the respect. A lot of these people, they get the respect and the power the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I can't respect you if you are not in alignment with the Most High. If you got in your position by doing things out of integrity to your body and out of dignity, losing your dignity to get where you are, I don't respect you. There will never be a respect there. I'm going to be looking at you like with a side eye. And the collective is too. So these are people who gained their power by being intimate with other men. All right. So tell me more about this, ancestors, please. Yeah. So with the Six of Cups, it's someone who don't want to be stuck in the past. They don't want to be stuck in the past. They're thinking about the past and what they don't want to be tied to anymore. Okay. So they're also wanting to clarify this. Yeah, because they know what they got. They know how they got it. They know that with the Six of Pentacles, they're realizing that they didn't get absolutely nothing. Okay, so if you see these people here, the people that are on the ground that this person is given to, this they didn't get nothing. They got scraps. Six of Pentacles is, even though it's giving like generous energy, they're realizing, clarify the Six of Pentacles, ancestors. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is someone who's lost themselves. They're in failure. They lost who they were. Disadvantage. They're at a disadvantage because of what they chose, what they took. So it's giving me that someone never won in the first place. Someone had to lose their dignity, their pride, in order to gain scraps. This is someone who got little bits and pieces of what, you know, it's just someone who's lost all their dignity. They lost their self to become a leader, to become get a title. So someone's regretting what they did to gain some sort of title. Okay, so clarify more about this, ancestors, please. Yeah, this is what they're learning. This is what they're learning. Okay, so this is why they feel overwhelmed. Clarify more about this, ancestors. Why is this here? So with the Eight of Cups, it's someone who feels as if it's difficult to walk away, okay? Someone who has issues with walking away because they're not feeling too good about what they took. They know now that it was like a bad offer. They know now that whatever they took that was bits and pieces or scraps were absolutely nothing. It just caused them to lose themselves even more. So, this is a person who's gaining significant information, and they could be feeling burdened by this. Okay, tell me more, clarify more about this. Yeah, so they feel like things have went back to them. They feel like things have backfired. So it's returning to sender. So whatever they took, whatever happened is beginning to show up in this person's life. This person knows that they have to heal from what they took. Tell me more. Tell me more. So yeah, with the Sun and the Four of Wands is someone who wants to pretend to be happy. Someone wants to pretend to be happy. Someone wants to lie and say they're happy. Lie and say they're content. They're deceiving their own selves. Tell me more. Yeah, because honestly, they don't know what they're doing, okay? They don't know what they're doing. They're unhappy about what they're doing or what they chose, okay? And so with the Page of Wands, it's like this is the information that they're getting. Usually Page of Wands represents good news, but clarify Page of Wands. Page of Wands is, clarify this, Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands, clarify this. It's someone who wants to, they want to go back. They want to go back to how things were, okay? But the issue is they're not going to be straight up with you. This is a person who is not going to be honest. They're going to be lying, okay? They're not going to be honest. Tell me more. They have passion to be around you. Tell me more. It's a earth sign man, okay? So this person, he want to come off grounded, but it's an earth sign man. He got emotions, or he feel like he love you. But the issue is they're not going to be honest with you. They're not going to be truthful. They're not going to tell you what you need to know. Clarify more about this. Yeah, so Queen of Pentacles, you could be a person who's very nurturing and loving. You could be an earth sign woman. Tell me more. So, and then Queen of Cups is in reversal. Maybe you're withdrawing care. What's wrong with these people? What's going on? It's people who have been talking about needing to heal. People who have been talking about trying to transition from past ways of what they received, what they took. Someone's even remembering a better time, or more. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords in? Because they want to give you an offer. Someone wants to make it right, but they cannot be who they claim to be. Someone wants to come in swiftly too. They want to talk to you. They're thinking about it. It's on their head. They're trying to figure out how to give an offer to you. Tell me more. So yeah, you got a few people here, a lot of people here, collective. But what do they want? Clarify this Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here? Clarify the Five of Swords. It's giving me that someone feels as if you can make things right. Okay. They want you to heal them. They need your help. Okay. These are people who need your help because they could be around the wrong people. Tell me more. What's going on? Yeah, with the judgment is someone who's gotten a spiritual awakening. They want to evolve. They want to change. They want to do better. Okay, and they know that you could possibly assist them in some ways. Tell me more. Tell me more. So with this devil energy here, clarify the devil. Clarify this devil. The devil is someone who's still trying to control things. So let's see. Let's look into this here. I have no fear because I know who's in control. There's no reason. I keep having that song on my mind. Okay, so let's see. Clarify this ancestors. The devil with the death card. Oh no. Why we got the devil? It's because someone don't want to lose control. They're still in this devil energy. They're like fighting that it's like someone want to fight for a relationship or trying to hold on. Who is this? What's they're doing? What is their plan? What are their goals? What are they trying to do? It's the issue is you're sticking up for yourself. You see things for what they are. You coming out as the truth. Someone's having a clarify this. What's going on? They're not happy that they feel like unsuccessful because there is a chapter that's closed. Okay, so with the sun card, the star card reverse is someone who feels hopeless about a relationship that they're still trying to hold on to. There's a lot of tension when it comes to this person or these people. Clarify the Five of Wands. What's this Five of Wands here for? It's people that are mad at the decisions and choices that they've made. They want to work on themselves. They want to, they're looking at, they like, you know what, I really need to work on myself. You know, these are people who could even be comparing themselves to you. They're knowing that they're never going to be better if they don't heal. These are people who could be like, that they're not happy with the choices that they made. The star card is bad luck. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's just feeling very negative at this time. They're lacking inspiration, lacking faith, because the problem is someone needs to really heal. And if you continue on in this matter of trying to control things that are out of your hands, all you're going to do is find yourself really miserable. You're not going to be happy. All you can do is go down from here. If you're going to continue on in this energy here. The devil with the four of pentacles is someone who's still trying to be in control. But the problem is the more they try it, the more angrier they get, the more hateful they get, the more jealous they get. It never gets better for them. So they're mad because they've reached like real low, like rock bottom. These are people who are not in alignment at all. They don't even know God. You know, they don't know who they are. They've lost touch with the divine. They've lost touch with their self. People that don't even know who they are. Stop attacking the live. Please support the live, guys. Please support the live. Hit the like button, guys. Support the channel. Bring more people in here. They need to hear the message. This is serious. You know what I'm saying? For you to sit here and report the live, something's wrong with you. You really need to hear what's going on. Because if this is you and your issue, you need to heal. Because you're not going to be happy at all. You're going to be miserable if you do not get it together. There will be no choice for you but to heal. There is no choice. God has put you in the corner at this point. And you keep doing what you do, I'm telling you, it's not going to be good for you. So keep on with the keeping on here. You know, you don't fear shit, but you will in the future. I'm telling you. You keep playing, it ain't going to be good for you. You are only killing yourself. God is leading you to heal. Okay? There has to be balance with what you're doing. This is no longer a game anymore. So you sit here, you think you can do whatever you want, but there will be consequences for your action. So you sit here, you want to report my life, you want to play games and shit. Trust and believe me, baby, it's not going to be good for you. Keep playing here. Keep playing. I'm telling you to get it together. You got choices. You need to drop that shit before you get dropped, okay? Because the thing is, the collective is not in fear. We've healed what we needed to heal. You've helped us. You helped us evolve. So because you've helped us evolve, we're no longer in fear of you or the enemy. We don't care about a devil. We don't care about a devil worshiper. We don't care about your fake ass power. We don't give a fuck about that shit. Because the problem is, Betty, your negative energy has assisted the collective in growing and evolving, becoming our best selves. So it's nothing you can do to put us in fear. So your weak ass choices to get in power and to get a title that wasn't shit from the get-go, you took scraps. You were played in the beginning. You were played. Someone played the hell out of you. You need to recognize that. Instead of you sitting here getting mad at the collective, you get mad at the people who put you in this position. So you thought, oh, I'm bad, big and bad. I got this, I can do whatever I want, baby. You cannot do whatever you want without consequences. You keep playing with somebody, trust and believe me, your whole life is on the line. So keep playing if you want to. Keep playing. Okay? Because I'm trying to tell you, I'm warning you, with the Temperance and the Ten of Swords, you're going to find yourself not here no more. It's going to be a struggle for you. God has sat your ass down or sitting you down. You know good and well what you're doing and what you're a part of is no good. And you keep playing, it's going to be even worse for you. So what I'm trying to tell you is your leadership has gotten you in trouble because it was scraps that you took in the first place, because it was no integrity there. You didn't get your position in a righteous way. So what God is doing is stirring things up in your life where everything you thought that you could control, you're not controlling. All right. No one's in fear of, no one's scared of your fear-based tactics. No one gives a fuck about that shit because we're protected. That's the problem. When you're protected, you are pretty much in alignment with the Most High. So God is going to protect the collective. Collective, don't be scared of these people. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, if you are really if you really who you say you are, if you say you're chosen, or if you say you're a part of the collective, whatever the case is for you, collective, then you have nothing to worry about. Okay? I want you to stand your ground. All right? So now we have we have the sunlight. So we got the judgment card. This is God coming through. God saying, listen, okay, take heed. So sunlight is, let's see what this is. This number 34. Shout out to all the 30-year-olds. You could be on a journey trying to get it right, trying to understand. You're going to be all right. I want you to continue to stay grounded in who you are. Realize where you are right now. Okay? Do you like where you are? Do you like who you're connected to? Make sure it's, you change your environment if you don't. It's time to cut people off, because you could be friends with people that are not good for you. It's time for you to release your handlers, okay? Because your friends could be your handlers. These could be people that could be blocking you. And shout out to all the 40-year-olds. You could be on the path. You could be stabilizing yourself. You could be growing. You could be becoming. You're doing good. Whatever the case is, wherever you at in your journey, I want you to know that you are going to get through this, but you're going to have to make sure that you stay in alignment with the Most High. As I said before, self-love is legacy. Self-love is legacy. People thought that legacy was about abundance and money. You get your abundance through self-love, okay? Because you don't have to lose yourself through what you gain. And this is what we should know. But there are people who taught us the wrong way. So we have to fall back in alignment where God wants us to. Self-love is legacy. This is a movement for the collective. This is a code for the collective. This is the standard code, okay? So in order for you to be able to be in alignment with God so that God can guide you, you have to know that self-love is legacy. And the stronger your relationship is with the Most High, the stronger you will become within yourself. The more self-love you have for yourself, the more control you have with yourself, and the more the more you're able to hear and listen to God lead you, okay? This is gonna make you be the shit. Okay, ain't nothing like self-love. Self-love is very powerful, and without it, you're nothing. Without it, you're nothing. Without it, you're nothing. Without self-love, without God, you're nothing. 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 Without God, you are nothing. You are shit. You are a piece of shit. Without God, you are a piece of shit. Okay, so without God, you can't do nothing on this earth without God. Everything, if you're not covered by God, you are out of alignment with yourself, because God lives within you. If you are misdirected and you're not being led by your soul, that means you're going the total opposite way. In the wrong way, you're just going to be hitting a lot of road bumps, and you're not going to be led. Okay, you're going to be misguided. You're going to be out of alignment with yourself. Without God, you're nothing. Without God, you're nothing. Without God, you are nothing. Okay, without self-love, you're nothing. If you don't love yourself, you let people treat you any kind of way. You'll let people dog you out. You'll let people just run all over you, baby. Okay, it's time to fall in line. It's time to recognize who you are, where you come from, and what the divine wants for you. You know, this is true guidance for you, okay? So this is why self-love is legacy. All right? So we have the sunlight. This is number 34. So it says consciousness, stress relief, connecting with source, acceptance, outdoors, nature, purposeful, fun, higher self, positivity, energy, positivity, clarity, goal, reality. So let's clarify this. Clarify sunlight. God, please speak through the cards. All right, so we got the the nine of pentacles with the seven of pentacles. Clarify this, ancestors. Clarify this. Yeah. So someone knows in order for them to grow, they have to learn. Okay? In order to grow, you have to learn. So consciously, you know what you know, there's like a traditional code. You know, this represents code too. Look at the collective code just come out, that just came out. This is what someone has done. If you've been someone who has been working on yourself, or you're starting your journey to work on yourself, you're sitting here figuring it out. You realize that you have to have a higher learning when it comes to who you are. You have to master thyself. Okay, so we're here to master ourselves and to go through the journey. You know, whatever you're going through, wherever you're at, you should be at. But, you know, this is God developing you. Whatever karmic lessons that you're learning at the time is for you to learn. You know, so you are in this phase of learning, growing. You know, you're coming into a place where you're going to be abundant collective. This represents legacy. This represents your knowledge represents legacy. Okay, so tell me more about this, God. This represents happiness and fulfillment. So your self-love legacy is leading you into fulfillment. This is the only way to be fulfilled. People got it twisted. You don't lose yourself to gain. You don't lose yourself to gain. You learn yourself. You master thyself to gain. Okay, you don't lose yourself. You don't allow people to just give you anything to gain. Okay, you know, you don't take scraps to become yourself or to become a leader. You don't take scraps to or defile your body or lose your integrity to become a leader. You are a natural born leader, but you have to find that within yourself. See, someone tricked you out your shoes, as Peach Patch would say. Don't let people trick you out your shoes. The thing is, you want to make sure that you are diligently working on yourself at all times, learning how to use the word no. I don't care how bad it hurt. I don't care how sad it is. You know, for example, I was, you know, going to buy a car, and at this time, it's just not a, it's, oh, I asked for my money back. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be like, this is why. And you don't have to explain nothing. Okay? Sometimes you don't have to do all that. You got to learn how to not have a people pleasing spirit, because sometimes you may need to just be like assertive at times. So you have to practice your assertive abilities, collective. You have to learn how to be okay with saying no, even though it may hurt others, but you know when to say no and you know when to say yes. Okay? Because it's difficult at times to say no to people. But at this time, people will get you. For instance, people just be trying me. So it's people who want to get some sort of energy out of you. They want to make you mad. So for instance, I have this insurance with these people or whatever for my car. But I had another insurance company call me that is a sister business to the business that played me, and it didn't ring a bell. I didn't know. I like totally forgot. But anyway, this guy was like, "Yeah, we're gonna help. We're gonna, get you this plan." And they were like, "Oh, what plan are you with right now?" And I told them, and they were like, "Well, we can get a better plan for you. We can make it cheaper. All you gotta do is pay you $50." And so I told them, I kept telling them like, "I'm gonna call you back. I'm not really ready to do that right now. I don't want it." They kept calling. They kept calling. They kept calling. So finally, they got to talk to me when I really did not want to talk, because I was satisfied with the company that I was with. Long story short, they were so manipulative. They were able to talk me into getting the plan. And so they took my $50 or whatnot, and I realized, like, right after I gave them the money, it was like, oh, that damn, like, this is the same people that did me dirty. They just changed the name of their business. So I called them back instantly to cancel my plan. See, the goal was for them to like get under my skin. That's what people want to do when they can't have their way with you. They want to like try you in other ways. So they're like, okay, well, let's do it this way. Let's get to the collective this way. Let's irritate the collective. Whatever they could do. You know what I'm saying? But they won't have they won't have no luck, because the issue is, even if they go out their way to cause issues for you, it always causes issues for them, collective. There's always problems for them. People are so vain. It's to the point where they will literally go out their way to cause pain for you and lose everything. It's like someone will like smite, what's that scripture or that saying where someone smites their face to like do you wrong. Like, this is someone who will literally know that you are protected. Because the thing is, even with the lessons that they want to so-called teach you or want to play you on are the same lessons that they're having to learn. These are people that they don't fear shit, but when they see things pop up in their life and they see why, businesses have closed down messing with me, collective. It's not a joke. So when people play with you, they will risk it all just to like get a reaction out of you. But it's all out of ego, which is why ego is no good, because you want to feed your flesh that bad to see the collective down when you know that there will be consequences. So while you're holding on to me, you're dragging yourself down. Like, you literally will want to see me lose in order for you to get a reaction, and you'll still fail. You'll still lose. Excuse me. These people are losers, collective. They're freaking losers. They're not gonna have no luck. So tell me more about this, ancestors. Clarify the sunlight. So yeah, you're in this phase where you're very confident in who you are, and with the Ace of Pentacles is like very good opportunities that will be happening for you, collective. You're going to see changes in your life. Okay, there will be good changes that will happen for you, and these changes are going to lead you to just prosperous beginnings. Okay, new beginnings. Tell me more. Yeah, just fulfilled emotion where you're going to be healing, moving through, moving on. Okay, you're going to be very satisfied. This is the journey that God always wanted you on. True fulfillment. Empress energy collective, a beautiful soul. You know, it's nothing like having a beautiful soul where you're not perfect, but as long as you stay in alignment with the divine, you will be protected. No one can ever comfort you the way that they really would like to. Hit the like button, please. Support the channel. There are a bunch of hating ass hoes on my channel. Please hit the like button. My messages are gonna be, it's not gonna make no one happy. It's not gonna make a lot of people happy. It will make some of you happy because the thing is, a lot of people spent so much time trying to defeat or cause pain for people like myself and for the collective, but as they tried to drag us down, they went down even further. Okay. Thank you, Lucky123. Hello to you. Yeah, so God is saying your diligence and your consistency, your faithfulness, when it comes to your journey, will lead you into better places, collective. Stay consistent. Stay consistent, okay? Do not lose yourself on this journey. Because with the Four of Pentacles, the Spirit is asking, I mean, the Four of Cups, the Spirit asking that you refuse offers that don't align with your spirit. Clarify the Four of Cups, ancestors. Why is the Four of Cups here? It's because you're fully aware of what not to accept. That will keep you on your journey. That will keep you in a place of fulfillment because you're not going to be accepting offers that will throw you off of your path. Spirit is telling you to continue to stay in alignment, stay balanced. You know, there could be things that you're juggling. There could be things that are off, that are out of alignment for you, collective. But that don't mean shit. You'll be just fine. I want you to learn. You know, you got direction. You got strength. You know, God is shaking things up in your life. You know, this is new opportunities. Two of Wands is like planning that is happening. So when it comes to like your strength and, you know, you have an inner strength to get through what you're going through, know that it's going to lead you into a very abundant place in your life, a very abundant position. So when we talk about the conscious mind, it's saying stress relief. So God is leading you into a phase of your life where you're going to be relieving or releasing a lot of stress. Okay. And it's because you've accepted what has happened. You are accepting who you are. You love thyself. You honor thyself. You worship thyself. Because when you worship thyself, you worship in the God that is within you, the God that lives within you. Like my girl, Coach Stormy said, God lives in your heart. Okay? God lives in your heart. So if God lives in your heart, what are you doing to your body? What are you doing you know, not loving yourself or not accepting yourself or accepting penny annies that will lead you in higher positions that will make you lose your integrity, getting you further away from the divine? Who would want to be away from God-like energy? Why would you want to be away from your God-like energy? Why would you not want to be best friends with your God-like energy? I like to be like this, like, no, we ain't going nowhere, God, because I know where you lead me. I know where you can take me. God can lead you to many places if you just stay in alignment and stay true to thyself. Okay? Without God, you are nothing. A lot of these people ain't shit, collective. They're not shit without God. You're not going to be nothing without God. It's nothing you can do without God. It's nothing you can do without God. So keep playing with the collective if you want to. And you'll see exactly where you'll lead, where you're going to be led to. You're not going to have no luck messing with divinely led people, divinely guided people. It's not a joke. Okay, collective, you're on a journey. Okay, you're on a journey. I want you to continue to stay strong in the position that you're in, knowing that nothing, no one, not a hater, not a low vibrational spirit, not a devil worshiper, not none of these people that claim they got all this power. I don't care about these people. God is bigger than you, baby. I don't care because I know how you got where you got. Okay, and you don't even have your right mind. A lot of these people, they're scared of themselves. They're scared of, you know, they don't even trust themselves, wanting you to trust them. You know, this is why I don't really get into the politics, because a lot of them people lost their fucking mind. People have lost they don't know themselves. They never worked on themselves. They don't know what self-love is, but they're smart. They're smart, but smart don't override knowledge of self. The true power is having knowledge of self, mastering thyself, knowing thyself, and loving thyself, and having a true relationship with the Most High. If these people have lacked that, they cannot help you. None of these people can help you. They'll never help you. If they did, if they could help you, collective, things would be better right now. Foreshadowing and gang stalking would be illegal. People would be in jail for this shit. You know, I don't rock with people that will bring other people down and come and save them. Like, you literally want to bring the collective down and act like you're Captain fucking Save-A-Ho when you were the cause of the demise in the first place. So you sit here, you make plans, you plot on the collective, you cause pain for the collective, then you come in with rules, or you come in with this, you come in with that, acting as if you're coming to save somebody when you were a part of the shit. You know, what I've learned, collective, I could be a little slow, but I don't care. I'm smart slow. So I was learning from, I just learned a lot about Africa and whatnot. And I mean, I already knew what was going on, but now I have like a real good understanding of how people pimp Africa out. This is you, collective. You are like Africa. Africa is like a continent that has everything: the gold, the oil, everything you could have is what Africa has. But people have lowered the dollar in Africa so that they can gain and use Africa for what they want. My thing is, this is how they do you. This is how they pimp people out like us, collective. They want to pimp you out like Africa. You know what I'm saying? When Africa is the motherland, Africa is the shit. But people, they made the dollar, they made Africa's dollar worth this much so that they could take advantage of Africa. So you sitting here, you want to take advantage of the collective because you can. These are people that are in positions that could just do whatever the fuck they want to do. But I'm calling on judgment upon the heads of the wicked and each and every one of these people that have lost their ever-loving mind. The problem is people that are in position, that are able to take control and do whatever they want to, they're not as smart as they tend to be. These are people that could be, past drug dealers, whatever the case is, and they have all this control. People who never healed, but they're smart. I mean, I just don't get down with it. I don't like people like that. Because if you will do what you doing to how you did, you would do that shit to anybody. So some people in power, they don't give a fuck about you. So you sitting here, you asking me who I'm voting for. I want to vote for the healed person. The person who actually has a relationship with the divine. A person who actually has integrity and who has not gotten their position by lowering who they are to get where they are. Okay? I don't respect none of y'all. Unless you really are in alignment with the Most High. There's no way I can respect you. I see you for who you are. And so for you to cause pain for people that are like grounded or love themselves because you don't love yourself, you're mad, you want to take people out of alignment, or you want to gain control over people because you don't have your mind. You don't love yourself. A lot of these people, collective, they don't love themselves. So they're mad at you for loving yourself because that's the key. Self-love is legacy. And they got it. They taught you, they flaunted, they flaunted all the riches, all this shit, all the bullshit, shit that don't get you absolutely nowhere, but far away from who you are. Like, you can't even be who you are because there are people who are throwing shit in your face about what you should have. Yeah, I would love that, but it's a way, it's an order. It's an order in how you gain that. You don't get that by stabbing your brother or your sister in the back. You don't get that by shooting people or bringing people down so that you could rise up to the top, so that, what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of hate going on. It's ridiculous. So yeah, there are people who are being pimped out like they pimped out Africa. Like, they're pimping out Africa. Africa is the motherland. How is Africa being pimped out? How is Africa being pimped out? Ain't Africa where the oil is? Ain't Africa where the gold is? How is the dollar amount this low? That don't make sense to me. They pimping out Africa. And the leaders that are in control of it, they allow the shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous how these people are. It's ridiculous. But you know, every man for himself. What they do is they divide and conquer. They divide people, they divide families. You know, what I've learned about my family, my African roots, that they were very successful people. They were living on the land with the oil. Then they had a war, and now they don't have it. They don't have it. You know, they cause rivalry so that they can conquer it all. This is how it is. They're like people that have so much. They have so much. It's just never enough. People who hoard money, who hoard houses, who hoard, you know, it's just like, will it ever be enough for you? Will you ever be satisfied with what you have? Or do you have to hoard or take over? You know, it's just like someone who they don't want you to have nothing because they want to hoard everything. But let's see how that work out for you. You know what I'm saying? You living for the now, but baby, at the end of the day, everyone has to meet their maker. So let's see how that works out for you in the end. Because it's very sad nowadays, collective. So what I'm seeing here is you know, transformation that's happening, new opportunities, new beginnings. Tell me more about this, ancestors. Yeah, and people feeling guilty for the control. You know, it's like people who know they wrong, but they still doing it. Like if you're you know, you gotta heal. It's no way some of these people should be in the control that they're in. Some of these people, they're wrong for even like wherever they are. Like, I don't know, like there are people that are just not fulfilled. You know, they got everything, but they still feel low. It's like you'll never have enough being someone who's very selfish, being someone who hoards everything in your life. You will never be able to have enough because what you've been taking has absolutely nothing to do with who you represent or who you are internally. You're off track. You think that your money, you think that what you have is it. You think, oh well, I got money. I got like, yeah, it's nice. You know, I would love money too. I would love money. I would love new opportunities. The collective will love to have a better life. But the problem is you lost yourself in the process of gaining. So it's not even in alignment. No one wants that shit. Not no one who's healed. You know what I'm saying? You can keep that. I'll keep my purse. You know what I'm saying? People want to tell me, oh, you need to get a new purse. This purse holds things just, this purse, it holds what I need in here. I ain't got a problem with my purse. I ain't got a problem with my car. I ain't got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm satisfied with the bare minimum. You know, until God blesses me with more, then I'll just have that. I'm not about to sit here and bop somebody upside the head to gain. Like whatever God has for you is for you. But for you to have everything and still feel like you're low, that means that you need to do some work on yourself because you lost yourself in the process of gaining. Meaning you only took scraps. That shit don't mean nothing. I would never want to trade places with you. You know, I don't care how beautiful it looks, collective. It's a hot mess on the inside. Okay, no one wants to trade positions with people who have lost themselves in the process of gaining. So let's clarify this, ancestors. The Five of Pentacles. We got the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups. It's someone who's like stressing internally and acting happy. You know, they're feeling left out. They're feeling low. They're grieving, you know, and it's just, you know, it don't make no sense. It don't really make no sense. Okay. So you know, Ace of Swords with the King of Wands is someone who's gotten clarity. You know, they've gotten clarity. Clarify more about this, ancestors. Clarify this. Clarify more. Yeah, so it's someone who wants to be free. They want to take charge of their life, you know? And the thing is, these messages are not to like make you, it's to make you realize where you are. You know, and the problem is there are people that don't want to, they feel very uncomfortable listening to the messages. Is it that you feel because you're stuck in something that you don't feel like you can get out of? Or is it that you're just stuck in your carnal nature and you just feel like you stuck there? You're not going to heal if you don't realize where you are. You're never going to heal if you don't realize where you are. So spirit is asking that you take recognition of what you are a part of, what you've done to yourself, how you're feeding yourself lies, because you're just not going to be happy. I'm telling you, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be satisfied. I don't care how much you have. It's never going to be good for you. Spirit is telling you to start making more plans. Make plans for yourself to put yourself back into control, back into alignment. This is your ancestors. Like, it's time for you to plan. It's time for you to conquer that inner strength that you have within. When will you grow? When will you learn that? This is God giving you a new opportunity. It's going to lead you into maybe like celebration for yourself, okay? A new opportunity. This could be an investment for yourself to recognize where you are in your life and what you need. This is the code, collective. Self-love. Self-love has been the code and will always be the code. Self-love is legacy. Clarify more. What is this? So yeah, these are people who see now, okay? They're realizing, they're waking up. You got to. It's time for you to recognize where you are and what you're doing with your life. It's time for you to gain compassion, time for you to gain self-love. It's time for you to gain confidence. You are an attractive person, but it's more than looks. It's more than looks. It's more than what you have. You're missing something. You're hollow on the inside. Spirit is wanting you to wake up. Wake up what has been laying dormant in you for years. Okay, what you've been suppressing. You may have been walking around acting like everything is fine, throwing, the skeletons in your closet, trying to hide. Spirit is telling you it's no time for that anymore. You need to see what you're a part of. You have to see what you're doing. Okay, so yeah, this is the lesson. This is the lesson. These are people who come communicating. We got people communicating. What are they talking about? It's someone who feels they're not feeling they're like, clarify this King of Pentacles. It's someone who's they like lazy, but they're trying to get it together. They like even have issues with materialism. They mismanage money. Clarify this person. This King of Pentacles. What's going on with them? This is a person who wants justice. They want to walk away. They're like, you know what, man? Someone knows that what they're a part of is weakening them. Clarify this King of Pentacles reverse. What's the energy with him or her, or whoever this is? They're like, is it even worth it? Is this shit worth it? Like, someone's like, they don't feel it's worth it. Tell me more. What's wrong with this person? They want movement. They're gaining like understanding. Like, there is messages that are getting to them where they want to be why I got this. They're trying to manifest their control. Like, this is a person who's worried about their money. What do they want? What are they? What's the? Yeah, so this is a person who's trying to figure out their choices when it comes to either relationships. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. They're clear. They're hurt about what they did in the past, what they accepted, the offer. Someone made a very careless offer, or like they were innocent. Clarify this. What's going on here? Someone's thinking about a past situation. Let me see something. Someone's thinking about how things were or wanting to manifest like wealth, inheritance. What are they doing? What do they want to do? What are they doing? What are they trying to do? Someone wants to start over again with you. Someone's wishing that they could start over. They want to work or ground themselves in stability, or they're like in this phase of trying to be patient with themselves. They could even be taking life more serious now. This is what they're talking to others about, and they're like in their head about how to do it. Someone's gaining clarity on what they should be doing when it comes to their life. They want money. Like someone wants to do well financially, but they feel like you were someone that they could have done it with. It's someone who wanted, the thing is, like, I've done, like, I've been trying so hard. Like, I've tried so hard with people to, like, oh, well, we could start a business. There are people that you never know or realize that people really be out here losing their soul to gain. People literally do that. And I mean, when they talk about losing your soul, it's, to me, what recognize from it is going in the wrong direction of where your soul is. So let's just say your soul is here, but you're going the opposite way. So while you're going the opposite way, there are a lot of turbulence that are happening in your life. A lot of things that are not working out. I was, listening to Gary Zovak and Oprah Winfrey talk about the soul. And I even have that part in my first book, Don't Be That Girl. American Dream Is Not Your Reality. It's on Amazon, guys, if you want to check it out. But in my acknowledgement section, I spoke about the soul and how, what I learned from Gary Zovak and Oprah Winfrey is that you could be led to go in other places where your soul is trying to take you. But there are people and situations, or just life in general, and certain choices that you make that will cause you to feel as if other ways are better for you when God has a plan for you already. So what God is doing is wanting people to get back on track. So when it comes to people who feel like, oh, I lost my soul, these are just people who have gotten so far into their carnal nature, they don't know who they are anymore. So these are people who really need to take a step back, because you can't lose your soul, is what I'm saying. What you can do is be far away from it to where there's no direction in your life and God is nowhere to be found. So in order for you to find that inner peace, that inner soul, you're going to have to first off remove everybody from your past, or remove people that are no good for you, that keep you in a stagnant situation. So if you are a drinker, you do drugs, you whatever you do, pop pills, whatever the case is for you, you're going to have to learn that first off, the people that you're around, that they're doing that and you're trying to stop, you can't be around them people. You got to really, really be serious about your journey. If you're really wanting to heal, you will be able to find your soul again, but you're going to have to do a lot of root work, okay? And I mean, this is digging deep into those secrets that you have, secrets that you thought you'd never reveal, secrets that you thought you'd never think about before. Whatever was hidden in your closet, you're going to have to bring all those skeletons out, and you're going to have to sit there, you're going to have to cry, you're going to have to grieve, you're going to have to, it's just like a huge wake-up call, because there are some people who do things out of control. They don't even know who they are. Like, they completely lose themselves. They forget. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is, like, you have been tricked out of your position. You've already been in a high position. God has already granted you a title, but you got tricked out of your title by following the orders of a master who never wanted good for you. You've already had your position, but God was waiting on you to step into that. The problem is you lost yourself doing it. So yeah, what I'm telling you guys is that there has to be self-acceptance. You got to hold yourself accountable. You have to realize where you are so that you could be able to be whole again, because there's parts of you that's missing, and it will never be fulfilled with other people. So you think that you need somebody from your past, you think that, oh well, this person can help me. No, help yourself. Okay, this is the only way. You dog that person out. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want that person in the first place, because if you did, they would have never been gone. You would have never did what you did. So spirit is telling you that you have to stand on that and face what you've done. Hold yourself accountable. So with that, spirit is like, this is where the freedom comes within. Maybe you don't have the money that you wish you had. You may not be where you want to be, but I'm telling you guys, I feel so good, even throughout everything I'm going through. It's hard right now, but ain't nothing like having the divine in your presence. Ain't nothing like knowing that you protected. There are many people that say, oh, I'm protected, but they're not, okay? It's one thing to be protected, and it's another thing to act like you're protected. It's the one thing to say you're protected, and it's another thing to know you're protected. Okay, you want to be in a place where you know you are protected. You want to be in a place where you know that God is going to get you where you need to go. We don't lean on other people for validation. We don't lean on people for you know it's giving me that someone wants to rely on you for their healing. Someone thinks, oh well, the collective is healed. you know my goal always for the collective is to be a, I don't want to be like a role model, but I want to be, I want to help, but I won't. The problem is there are people who want to, they think that if they be around you that they could heal like that. No, you're going to have to do the work. So if you're willing to do the work, you can be helped. But if you're not going to do the work, it will be pointless. I remember years ago, I was trying to like really do business with people, and we'll talk about it, but no one was never about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, like we could be so far. And me and my aunt, we was just talking about that the other day, like how there are like Arabic families, there are people who are like Muslims, people like Chaldeans. They have so much. They're so abundant. And it's because their family like really helps them. They all work together. We don't have that. Like, why is it that African Americans are always fighting against each other? Why is there always jealousy in the African American race? I mean, there is in white race too, but it shows up a lot with us. Like, we don't even work together. We don't do nothing. Like, it's like so much hate and jealousy when it comes to your own people that don't want to see you do good. I was listening to how like South Africa, what they're going through. They literally have a beautiful country where there is a lot. They had Africans who were maybe not South African, maybe Nigerians. They had like Igbos that were in South Africa creating businesses. They had people that were, very accomplished, well accomplished, doing well. They came and they like shot these people up, killed a lot of these people, ended their lives. Told all the blacks, like the Africans or something like that. This is what I heard. Do not quote me, but what I heard is they got them out of their country, and now a lot of the Caucasian people are taking over their land. It's like it's ass backwards nowadays. Do that make sense to you? Because even if you are South African and maybe I'm African American and they're Igbo, whatever the case is, you're still black. So what doesn't make sense that someone don't speak your language, or like people got life twisted? It's crazy. Like people be, it's just ridiculous how people are. You weird. You know what I'm saying? You weird. You got people in control that don't have their mind. They're mentally ill. It's like, what in your right mind would make you do something like that? That's weird. Like, you made that choice, and now you're calling people to come back. Oh, come back now. What's wrong with you? You are a leader? Like, please help God come through, because there are people out in power that are losing their fucking mind. I don't want to vote for none of these hoes, okay? I don't want to vote for none of these hoes. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing for me to like. I can't. You know what I'm saying? What are you voting for? Who? Who made you a leader? The fuck? Like, hell to the motherfucking no. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's like people just crazy. All for money. You know what I'm saying? So their households is financially set. They don't give a fuck about no one else. It's sad. But with that said, collective, stay grounded in who you are and know that, when you have the divine, you can never go wrong. All right. So we got Rebel. This is number 14. Let's see. 14. Oppositions, rebel, rebellious, rise, boundaries, resistance, opposition, prevalence, freedom, fighter, survival, instincts, misfit, speaking truth, standing up, belief systems. So talk about this guy. What is this? All right. So this is someone who's like looking at their options. They're like, you know what? This ain't shit. They're finding a better reality when it comes to their life. They're like, you know what? I need to move on from this. Tell me more. What's this guy? Yeah, someone's wanting to detach. They want to detach. They're wanting to detach from either their control issues or from a system that is controlling. They want to release bondage or remove themselves from things that they've been tied to. They know that they have better. They will have better to come if they did that. Tell me more. Yeah, this is what they're learning. It's true. You know what I'm saying? People are so caught in like wanting control that they're losing their minds. They're losing themselves for absolutely nothing. Do you know that you having the control that you have, it will follow you if you don't make righteous choices for people? You're not going to get away with what you've done. You're not going to get away with how you treated people. They're attacking the live. You mad because of the truth. I don't give a fuck, okay? Because you're going to get this word. If not, then that's on you. That's your life. And I will ask that God put you under judgment for attacking my life, you hating hoe. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that said, there is someone who's stressing about what they know because it's the truth. Someone knows that they need to work on themselves. They have to. But let me tell you, people that are in power, that have all this control, that are doing what they do, they have to meet their maker one day. There will be consequences for these people. There will be disruptions in their life. The pain that they cause for you, collective, it will follow them. They don't get away with it. You will never get away with what you do to people. All right? Whatever you send out goes back to you. All right. So as much as you may think that you're getting away with what you're doing, you're not. You will never get away with it. There will be consequences because you were someone who was supposed to do the right thing by the collective, but you didn't. You chose money. You chose greed. You chose control. You chose hate. You chose evilness. You chose all that instead of what you were supposed to do. And now you're caught. Now you're struggling. Now you're sad. Internally, messed up with your choices. It's not going to lead you nowhere. Spirit is telling you that there needs to become like a better appreciation to life, because you know that your ego and your drive with the choices that you have are only leading you in a place of misery. Okay, it will catch up with you. It's not going to be good for you, okay? You are earth sign, man. You're losing all control. You don't feel good about yourself. You need to heal. That's the only way to do it. You know that. You got to heal from past issues. Okay? So with the judgment, it's like you are always under judgment. You are always under judgment from the first chance. You know, this is God who gave you opportunity to evolve, okay? And your God is giving you another opportunity, charisma, a new beginning, a new offer to evolve. There's a new offer, okay? So a new beginning. This is clear. This is where God wants you. Earth sign man. You could be a earth sign man. You could be a Taurus. Yeah, so with the hangman, is like God, you could be a water sign man, you could be a fire sign woman, you could be a Aries, Pisces, you could be a Taurus, you could be a Scorpio, you could be an Aquarius. Whoever you are, you're going to have the confidence to gain, because you got true clarity, there will be fulfillment for you, and it's because you're starting this journey, okay? So yeah, you're going to be gaining victory because you know what you need to do. Yeah, and there are people who feeling depressed. They're feeling bitter. People who got the control that they had, they're not happy with their choices. They feel very disappointed, and they're in sorrow, like secretly. Like these are people who feel very embarrassed for what they've done for money. You know, it was never like that deep. It was never that deep. For you to do all that, it was never that deep. You know what I'm saying? Because it only caused more pain for you. So for you to lose yourself, God is telling you that now you have to create boundaries for yourself. What will you not do for gain? What will you do for gain? You know, how will you lose yourself for gain? Is it going to help you in the end? You know, so 9 of Wands is like, spirit is like, you're going through, the messages are causing you to be more guarded. It's causing you to feel like you don't know what to do. It's causing you to like feel like you're wanting to protect yourself from what you know, because it is a fear that you have within that you have to deal with. But it's something that it's being led for you to like really think about this, really go within internally and recognize what you are a part of. You know, with the King of Swords in reverse is someone who thought that they knew everything, but you didn't. You know, it's time for you to see the truth, okay? Clarify the energy behind this King of Swords reverse. Yeah, someone's like, damn, like I didn't know this. I didn't know this. You know, this is a person who's realizing I don't know everything. I thought I knew, but I had no idea. You know, someone feels like they betrayed themselves as well. You know, we got the King of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands. King of Wands wants new opportunities. You know, they want to heal because they know that self-love is abundance. What's the energy behind this? It's a group of people that they want to end, or they want to transform. What do they want? Why is here? Why these people here? What they want? They need to be active. They don't want to be active no more. Came out of reverse. Tell me more. What's going on with these people? Sneaky as F. They tired of doing it. They don't want to do it no more. What else? Move on. They want to move on. They don't want to be doing this no more. They know that it's not going to help their life. You know, these are people who want to move on. They want to heal. They want to evolve. They're like, you know what? It's time for me to focus on me. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to make that choice. Who cares about what they say? You know, this is spirit telling you that you're going to have to, the thing is, you cannot play both sides when you do this, because you feel stuck in something. You're gonna have to make a decision, and you're gonna have to say, you know what, this is not for me. Spirit is telling you that, you know, your choices are going to lead you into a very difficult situation. So this is someone who still has to hold on to like sneaky behavior. They are, you know, people who are in their mind about it. They're like, okay, well, how can I do this? You cannot heal, you cannot grow and still be in your carnal nature. There will be problems for you, you know. So these are people who are manipulating my life as well. People that just have to do a lot of hateful things, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna work out for you. Okay, so you can do what you want, but baby, I'm telling you, you'll see it backfire for you. It will backfire. Tell me more about these people, ancestors. Clarify this. So we got the Seven of Wands, the King of Swords. Clarify this. What is this? What is this? People that are wanting, what is this? What are they doing? They're like, they're stuck. They feel stuck. They feel trapped in the relationship with people. They gotten clarity, you know? These are people who want to evolve. Okay? They want to evolve. They want to be better. But the issue is, what? What's the issue? It's because of what you know, collective, what maybe even what I'm speaking on. These are people who will feel stressed out because of the truth that has been told. It's also people who are stressing about an opportunity. They could be hurt because maybe someone wants to come around you. Someone wants to make things better when it comes to you, collective. Someone wants to, they're thinking about reaching out, okay? Clarify this Knight of Wands energy. So Knight of Wands is clarified with the Temperance. Someone who wants to heal a relationship with you. Tell me more. Yeah, the Hierophant is someone who's mad at the lesson that I'm speaking. Someone who's very angry. They in conflict about what is true. They're upset about a relationship. They're mad because, you know, they're just disappointed. Someone who feels like they took a loss. They took a huge loss, okay? And secretly, they don't want to know this. It's they're in fear about what they know, okay? With the Two of Swords, like someone who's like guarded and in fear. They're like, they don't know how they got where they are. I mean, they know they took an offer, but they feel like they were confused about what they took. And so whatever they did in secret is coming back to the forefront. This is what they're remembering. They're like, dang, like, I didn't know what I was doing. Like I took it freely. Okay, so things start happening, things start changing real fast for them, where they came, like someone came out of nowhere and was like, hey, you know, I got an offer for you, but it caused a lot of disappointment and sadness. You know, this is what someone's remembering. They're like, they're now really sad. They feel miserable ever since they took that offer. Okay, so tell me more. Yeah, so it was like someone feels like someone was plotting on them the whole time. And it was you know, the plan was to gain some money. Okay, that was the direction, but it left them miserable. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. This is what they all were looking for, looking forward to money. Tell me more. Yeah, so now they want justice. They want justice. They want to make a choice. What is this choice? The issue is they're not going to win. You know, the choice is because someone took a bad offer, they're knowing that whatever they invested in, they repetitively had worked on something that caused them no favor. They failed. They were at a disadvantage, and this is what they're mad at. Whatever they took, they just don't, they're not happy. They feel like, damn, like what the fuck did I do? Someone wants to free themselves from this because they feel like they betrayed their own beginning. Like they feel like their new beginning was always sabotage. So they never had no luck in the first place. Whatever they thought they gained, it caused them a new beginning of betrayal. So this is someone who feels as if they've been lied to, they've been backstabbed. They feel like they didn't gain nothing, okay? So someone didn't gain anything from what they were a part of, what they all agreed to, what they talked about. Like none of these people feel like they're getting what they want, okay? They're very depressed about money that they took. They're looking at the hidden information from the past, and they're sad. They're grieving about what they took because they also feel like the whole story was not told, okay? They didn't get the full information, or someone just feels tricked out their shoes, okay? So that's the problem. You know, people who will jump on the bandwagon for toxicity, you know, thinking like, oh yeah, we can do whatever we want to the collective and be sneaky and cause confusion, cause pain, do whatever we want behind the scenes and the screen, and no one will find out. God is always watching you, boo. And that's why things in your life are not adding up. That's why the emotions that you have internally, you're not free with. You don't feel free. You feel angry. You feel suppressed. You feel depressed. You feel like your life is over. You feel like you ain't got nothing to live for anymore. You know what I'm saying? And as much as you've done to the collective to cause pain and fear for us, what's happening is what you were a part of is only catching up with you. You know what I'm saying? So you expected for the collective to feel how you feel. But now God has said, no, 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 not my son, not my daughter. This is your life. This is what you did to yourself. So whatever you put out, that's only happened to you, okay? So King of Wands here, clarify King of Wands. King of Wands clarify with the King of Cups, clarify more. Then we have the these are people in power. Clarify this. Yeah, they're working what they're working on. What they working on. They're the thing is they're working for nothing because they're still miserable. Their dreams are shattered. And they're in an arrogant energy where they're continuously like had this ego where they're like, well, I gotta do like these are people, they're not happy, they're not content. Tell me more. Yeah, they're still trying to fight for, the issue is they're trying to fight, they're mad. They're like they're trying to get a new beginning. Tell me more what they doing. Because they want success. These are people that want success. But they're looking at their efforts and they're not happy with how they feel. What's going on with these people? Okay, so 9 of Swords in the reversal. What's going on? They're seeing the truth in what they're doing. What's going on with these people? They could be trying to fight back. People who want to come out of this struggle. People who want to like defend themselves, step into the control that they want. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to do? They want to work on themselves. They heartbroken. They want to do better. What are they wanting to do? They're like stuck on the past. They're stuck on what happened in the past. Tell me more. They're confused. They're arrogant. These are people that know what they need to do in order for things to be right. Okay. So these are people who are stubborn and they have a duty. They have an order to follow as well. Possibly is what I'm seeing here too. Tell me more about this, ancestors. Tell me more. I still remember the good things and miss that about you. So these are people who may, people who remember you from your past that feel like you brought like a lot. Okay? Someone's looking at you like you're not stressed about shit. You're happy. These are people who are mad about that. They're realizing that their control issues and what they worked on only caused them their own self-betrayal. And so they're in their ego. These are people who want to bring a relationship, or they're wanting to be around you. They feel like they shattered their dreams by causing pain for you, collective. Someone's trying to be emotionally calm and in charge and in control, but deep down they're going through a lot internally. Okay? So they're looking at their efforts. They're not happy about the results of their action. And with the 7 of Wands is what? What's the 7 of Wands here for? It's someone who is what? What are they doing? This is someone who wants to heal. What do they want? What are they doing? They're wanting to heal. They want to heal. What else? Clarify what they want. They're stressing. They're feeling like they have a lot of unresolved issues and emotional baggage that they're knowing that they need to heal from. And this fire sign woman, or this could be a fire sign man, she's jealous, she's mad, she's trying to look like she got it all together, but deep down inside she feels defeated because of messages that I'm saying possibly. And just mad about the past as well. Mad about the past. Yeah, oh no, she's mad about the past. She's mad. She's so mad. She's like, what the hell? Tell me more. Cause she feel like she lost a lot. She feel like she going through bad karma. She feel like her life has done nothing but gotten bad ever since she's accepted what she's accepted. Okay, and so with the high priestess in reverse is someone who I clarify this high priestess. It's someone who deep down inside has clarity of this. They know why things are the way that they are, okay? And they don't want to say nothing about it. This is somebody who feels like they're trying to control their emotions or they trying to control how they feel, because they're still wanting to have that happiness. Or what do they want? What's this? It's someone who wants to they may have to walk away from an opportunity from the past. Tell me more. Maybe a relationship that ended. Someone stressing over the judgment that they're going through because there could have been someone under judgment. It's messing with their mind. Someone's mentally effed up because they're at a breaking point because they know what they have to do is walk away from something that they could be stuck in or an emotion because of clarity. This is a person who's gaining clarity. They're gaining true knowledge at this time, and they know that whatever they have done, they understand. They know what they've done. Tell me more. Yeah. So with the death card, it's someone who has to be emotionally grounded and know to end a cycle, because there has to be some sort of transformation. And if someone continues on in this pattern, it's just never going to affect them in a way that they want. These are people that feel as if they lost everything, okay? They lost everything by choosing what they chose. Look at these people. They don't feel good. Some of these people, they end up getting sick. They end up losing their everything, okay? Everything that you lost collective is what a lot of these people lost. They even feel like none of what they agreed to was nothing. Someone feel like, damn, like it was way better. Like in my old readings, I would say someone feels like I was better off before I met certain people. The people that they met or teamed up with were people that they were better off not meeting or never being introduced to. It's like people that feel guilty for connecting with certain people that only made them feel as if they were nothing. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna tell you your worth if they're having you do the job of the devil. They've gotten their clarity. They know what they did was wrong. Okay? So if you're in this energy where you know what you did was wrong, Spirit is telling you that you got to make some choices. Okay? You got to make some choices. What are you going to do? The four of Pentacles saying, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Shedding the old, okay? You're going to be shedding the old. So this is someone who feels as if they've been exposed. There's definitely been exposure on a lot of shady things that have been happening in the collective's life. What these people have been doing to the collective, there has been exposure. There will be exposure. I'm also seeing here that new opportunities awaits for you, collective. As long as you continue to stay diligent in who you are, be resilient. Spirit is telling you to continue to be the rebel. Ain't nothing wrong with being a rebel if you're righteous. A righteous rebel will never go wrong. Okay. So with the Queen of Pentacles, clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Hey, the King of Cups is somebody who's trying to stay emotionally grounded but feeling real bitter right now. They're feeling like they've taken bad advice from people, bad offers, and made wrong choices that made them made them feel bad, they don't feel good about what they did. And they happen to keep a fake exterior, happen to feel as if they're stuck with the choices that they've made. These are people that aren't doing good at all, okay? So with the The Eight of Wands is what? What's the wrong? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Eight of Wands is people who could be discussing that they want to close out a cycle. They don't want to do the shit no more. Is that right, ancestors? These are people who are rebelling. They want to take a new offer. What is this new offer? Clarity. They want clarity. They want what? They're looking at their choices and they want to come out of a difficult situation. They want to heal, okay? Or this could be someone looking at you coming out of like difficulty. Five of Pentacles. Maybe you were put in a very difficult space in your life where, you know, you could have lost your employment. You know, for me, it's been a lot of hate going on, collective, a lot of hate. So I'm seeing here that you could be coming out of a difficult situation. You have spiritual awareness and you could be moving past hardship. You know, things could be getting better for you. Yeah, and it's because you're no longer tied to like bondage, or you're under the bondage mentally with people. See, one thing, you know, your mind is everything. If you don't have your mind, you don't have nothing. Okay, this is why the mind is very powerful, and this is why people be manipulating a lot of us. Okay, it's because they know through manipulation they could get what they want. But if you're not easily misled to you, so you have released the attachment when it comes to anyone trying to emotionally manipulate you, where you're stepping into your self mastery, you're gaining power within. Okay, you got mental control. Okay, because of all the betrayal, this hurts your enemies. This hurts your enemies. You know, your enemies. What they're aware of, or what you were aware of that betrayed you, is what you're clear on. You know that mentally, you know, you're aware. You're aware of the betrayal. Tell me more. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Because it's giving you a new passion of life, new beginnings. So there's been an ending. You've been backstabbed enough to realize that you no longer have to attach yourself to people that are very domineering. You've released the attachment and come into yourself, where you recognize that self-love is the best love. You know, the Empress is all about self-love and about personal empowerment, okay? About abundance and knowing her worth. The Empress, if you become the Empress, you literally become every person in the deck, in every woman in the deck, okay? From the Queen of Cups, who's very kind and loving, to the Queen of Wands, who's confident, but maybe overly confident. You know, this is a person that can, you know, she's sometimes, if you don't manage that Queen of Wands energy, it can be a little boastful, you know, prideful, egotistical, or it could be insecure, or you could just be confident in itself. Okay, so Queen of Cups, if you are a Queen of Cups, you are either too giving, sometimes too nurturing to people that don't need it. Like, you know how to balance that now. Queen of Pentacles, someone who knows her worth. When you become the Queen of Pentacles, you're someone who's getting it right. You recognize that. You know, you're grounded. You're all about your money. You're about nurturing. You're about, you just a confident woman, you know. When you get to the Queen of Swords, you've been through a lot. You ain't taking nobody SHIT, okay? Queen of Swords is not playing with no effing body. You're not afraid to voice your opinion. You're not afraid to be who you are. You know, you ain't afraid, you know? And then the High Priestess is a woman who has wisdom, or a man, either person. Wisdom, knowledge. You know, this is a person who's mastered thyself. You've been through a lot. You've gone through the Ten of Swords, which caused you to step into the Empress, who knows her value. When you have become each and every one of these women in the deck, ain't nothing no one can tell you. Okay? And I've been teaching on the Empress for years. I've been learning the Empress for years, you know? Your healing hurts others. Your healing hurts others, okay? And sometimes it be like that. This is what someone's thinking about secretly. It's a person who feels as if they who feels as if they're getting bad news. To clarify this, this is what they, you know, this King of Swords, this man here, you know, he has feelings for you. Could be an air sign man. They see you as someone who's abundant, all right? And they're angry. They could be talking a lot about you. This is someone who's in their emotions. They're just trying to look, they're wanting to look better than you. Someone's comparing themselves to you. What's this Emperor up to? Clarify the Emperor. They are wearing a false mask. They want you to invest in them, okay? But they're wearing a false mask. This is a fake person, okay? And that's one thing we ain't doing. Someone wants you to come back to them. It says, bitch, please make it happen. Victory is it's yours. So you're not going back to no one from the past. That's a fake friend. Watch out. Whoever this is, someone wants to like come around. They want to fight for you. But Spirit is saying he's lying, sis. Okay? So you got abundance that's coming and someone wants to like interfere. They want to be a part of that. They're heartbroken because maybe you're stepping into a emperor energy as well. Like you could be someone who's going to be doing a business or whatever the case is. Good things are going to be happening for you, collective, that no one can stop. All right. So I want you to continue to stay on your path. Never flake for nobody. Know your worth throughout what you're going through and recognize that you will be able to get through what you're going through. All right. If you are someone who has making that, you know, horrible choices, you gain certain power throughout, you know, what you took to belittle yourself. You know, it's time for you to realize where you are. Maybe it's time to like let go of that position and face the truth, heal thyself, come back to God, gain a relationship with God. Because the thing is, you cannot play both sides with God. You're either going to be on this side or you're going to be on that side. You can't do both. So you're gonna have to choose what side you want to be on. Okay. So with that said, if you are someone who has chosen a easier route to get where you wanted to go, you're going to have to release your possessions first off. Everything that you gained throughout how you know what you did. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to let go. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to get rid of all that stuff. Okay? And you're gonna have to have God work with you. Because God cannot bless filth. God cannot bless a toxic environment where you play both sides. You cannot play both sides with God. God knows you. God, give me some last messages for the collective. And thank you. So yeah, God wants you to be committed to your journey, okay? This is your fated meeting. Tell me about this fated meeting. Yeah, someone wants to come towards you. And they're struggling. It's a fire sign man, or it could be anybody. Someone who don't want to walk away. They're still trying to hold on to you. They're thinking about you. It's an earth sign woman as well who wants to heal things with you. She's heartbroken, you know, with the choices. Like she still has love for you or something like that. All these people did wrong, okay? These people, they could be your family. But the issue is they're feeling exposed for lies that they've gone through. The Five of Wands, the Sun, these are people who cause a lot of conflict in your life, who lied on you, collective. A Queen of Wands. It's a lot of these people, okay? They want to be in your life. But the issue is, these people from your past that want to come towards you. But what's the goal for them? Why do they want to come towards the collective so bad? What's their goal? To, when I get the world card, the cycle is complete. Or they want to end the cycle for you. They want to end something for you. Let me ask. So it says, girl, completion, closure, fulfillment, or unfinished chapters finally coming full circle in the context of why they want to come back. It can suggest they feel the connection is unfinished, or that there is something they still want to solve, to resolve, or experience. Now, this is the sun gaining clarity, seeing your value, or wanting something that felt positive. Completion, wanting closure, or wanting to complete the cycle. And avoidance, regret over past actions, or not having handled things honestly. Five of Wands, conflict, competition, ego clashes, or unresolved tension. They know things didn't end the way they should have. The connection still feels unfinished to them. The world, they remember the good parts of the or recognize your value more clearly now. But they also know there were issues involving conflict avoidance or behavior they didn't handle well. And then the Five of Wands is Seven of Swords. It's saying that they want closure. They want another chance to finish what they left unfinished. They don't feel the chapter is completely over, and they want to complete the cycle instead of leaving it broken. Someone who sees the relationship or person in a more positive light than before, or they now recognize something they didn't fully appreciate at the time. So they just having conflict, okay? They can't believe, they want to come together with you. But these are people that not healed, okay? So that's it, collective. You are in this phase where you have rebelled towards wicked agendas, or you're releasing yourself from people that don't serve you. This is what is people want to resist change from the past. They're still trying to keep a cycle open. You know, some people don't know how to let go, but you gain clarity and awareness of, yes, a earth sign wants to keep this cycle open with you. A few people, they want a relationship with you, but they chose wrong, collective. What you gonna do? you know they can't, people cannot play both sides. All right. So yeah, someone wants a commitment with you from the past. They still holding on, and they're like, they're not going to be loyal to you. That's the problem. So you gonna have to figure it out, collective, what you gonna do, okay? Because you can't play both sides with the collective or with God. So yeah, that's what I got, collective. So overall, let's recap. Overall, what I'm seeing here is that there is people who gain certain roles and they gain certain titles by taking very little and got bamboozled. Okay? These are people who gained or did things out of integrity to their bodies, caused themselves so much pain that they're now paying the consequences for. And as that's happening, collective, whatever they're doing is showing up in their life. And as for you, you are a rebel. You are someone who is gaining stability, security, opportunities in your life. Things are going to be better for you. Maybe you thought that things wouldn't get better, but they will be. Look out for the collective. There is opportunity here for you, okay? As long as you are in alignment with God, you will see good changes that will happen for you. As for those who are in the midst of confusion because of what they chose, it's time to put your foot down. It's time to know your worth. It's time to release yourself from certain people that do not serve you, that will not protect you, that will not bring you fulfillment or help you with your healing process. So yeah, we gotta know that self-love is legacy. And if people don't know that, they're gonna be lost. So it's time to recognize where your help comes from. It always came from the Most High. It never came from anything outside of yourself. It's time for you to recognize that you have to save yourself in order to get back in alignment with the Most High. If you don't have a relationship with God, you may want to start seeking. You may want to start getting that connection. It's very important, especially around these times. It's not a joke no more. Okay, people play with it a lot, but people who play with it, they're worried. And I'll be scared playing with something and be worried at the same time because that stuff follows you forever. You're literally causing so much karma for your bloodline, for your own self, for your family. It's going to be problems for you, baby. Keep playing with us, all right? You'll see what happens because God ain't playing with you. With that said, stay grounded, stay wise in this life. Don't lose yourself for absolutely nobody, collective. These people, they don't know their selves. So how can they promise you what you want? Have you ever seen the movie Death Becomes Her? She was like, oh, I promise you eternal life. You get eternal life and beauty. But you have to be very careful when you get this because once you take the product, you will never die. See, the problem with never dying is people that they don't believe in having ego bruises. They don't believe in, having an ego death. When in the movie Death Becomes Her, you seen how she fell down them stairs and her whole body just turned cricket. Like she looked like death for real. It was like, someone who wanted to keep up with the Jones so bad, wanted to look good so bad, but their whole body was deteriorating as they were continuing to stay alive because once they took that medicine, they could never die. So ain't nothing wrong with dying, collective. We all got to go one day, but a lot of people, they're going to fear death. They're not going to be as confident as they may act. They're not as confident as they look. Just like the body was deteriorating on that movie, that's how they look on the inside. These are people that are not stable internally. They're losing it. And with their egos, it makes it worse. Thank God for ego. Thank God for an ego death. Thank God for it. Because without it, baby, you will never grow. You will never become better. You will always have an ego. You'll always be arrogant. You'll always think that you're right. You're an effed up individual. And it will never work out for you. Okay? So, hey, if that's your life, do you, boo. But as for the collective, we know that self-love is legacy. And we know that in order for us to have self-love as legacy, we're going to have a lot of ego deaths. We're always dying. Ain't nothing wrong with dying, collective, because many have never died and they are so hateful. They're so egotistical. But when you humble, you just become your best self because you're growing, you're becoming better, you're loving yourself even more. With that said, guys, I hope these messages have assisted you on your journey. I hope that you learn to understand that self-love is really legacy. It's not the other way around. They've lied to you. And we're going to make a movement. Okay? We're going to make a movement because self-love is legacy. Self-love is legacy. And if you don't know that, baby, you lost. It's a new way in time. It's a new code. A new code. Do you have the code, collective? Do you have the code? It's a standard in this life. And we're all gonna stand by it. All right? In God, we do trust. And it ain't no lie. Because in order for us to know that self-love is legacy and to feel that, we have to always be in alignment, in agreement with the Most High. That's the only way. Ain't no man can take care of it. Ain't no nothing, no devil, none of that. The alignment comes with the Most High God and God only. All right, and then you'll get better people like me and you, collective. We can come together and we can formulate relationships that are positive, that will help the world become better. Okay, the more people heal is the better people will be. We'll be able to grow and we'll be able to make better choices because no one's winning when they have ego. No one's winning when they have control issues. You'll always lose. You'll always be a loser. A loser, as Jim Carrey would say. But with that said, guys, remember that self-love is legacy. You know, remember the code, boo. And you'll see yourself growing and becoming the best, your better self, your better half. Because only you can complete you in the divine, okay? No one else can. People should not need you to feel better. Need yourself. You got to come. I was so sad and depressed the other day because I'm like, dang, I don't have my kids on the holiday. The lights is off. We had a power outage. All that was going on, and I was so sad. And I'm like, I was crying profusely, and I wasn't even getting no consoling. Like my auntie, she wasn't even caring. And so I went upstairs in my room, was just like spilling out, just crying so bad. And I had to shake it. Like, what are you doing? Like, okay, you cried, now get up. You got to heal thyself. Because if you stuck in that energy where you're low, you just feel like it ain't gonna never get better, it won't get better. Speak over yourself. Because ain't nothing God can't do. Ain't nothing God can't do. That's how much faith you have to walk in. I don't care what a hater gotta say. Ain't nothing God can do. And every enemy that sends out hateful subliminals will carry that same energy home. So if you're going through issues where you're dealing with subliminals, people are effing with you, trust and believe me, collective, they're carrying that same energy home. It's backfiring swiftly. You can't mess with the divine being and think you're going to get away with it. It's just never going to be that, okay? So anyway, with that said, guys, remember self-love is legacy. Remember the code. Remember to love yourself. Remember to stay in alignment. Remember to have that relationship with the Most High, and you'll never go wrong. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. I'm coming out with a website, my decks, my books, all that is coming out soon. Look out for it. I'm so happy. I will let you all know when the website comes out so y'all can start getting what y'all need, okay? And I'm telling you, everything I do is always led by the divine. I'll talk to y'all later. I love you and thank you for everything you do. Peace and love to you. Thank you for the support.